Don't get me wrong, everyone, vacation is nice and all, but it just feels so absolutely awesome to be back doing this once again. How's it going, everyone? My name is Nick, you're on the roads way south, and thank you so much for joining me on yet another video. The first video, in fact, of 2021, and I guess it comes as no surprise, but 2020 really just wasn't the best of years, especially for myself and the channel as well. But we're not going to talk about that today. What we are going to talk about is our smiles and our enjoyment. Okay, now just as I was getting the video started, it seems that my ride for the day has appeared. You might have guessed from the title below what it is, but right there we've got a red Nissan 370Z, and that is going to be our focus for this video, and I'm just absolutely ecstatic. Not just that, but for some reason, when I was pulling up to the parking here, I followed three, not one, not two, but three Toyota Supras into the lot, as well as an old Skyline GTR. But how awesome does that look? And that is going to be our focus for today. Okay, but we've got all that out of the way now. How crazy were those Supras? I'm still freaking out a bit. But enough about that, let's get down to the subject at hand. Let me introduce you guys to my good friend Khushal, who has kindly offered this awesome car that we've got behind us here. It is a red Nissan 370Z, and if he's fine with it, we're gonna spend an entire day with it doing all kinds of incredible things.
Of course, dude, let's go.
Okay, but so as you guys can expect, on all these videos, the wind is just an issue, and even more so because we're at the ocean. So we're rather just going to do all the shots inside the car to make sure that you guys get the best quality for the awesome sounds, because this car makes a loud noise. So we're going to do the start up.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That is mental. That sounds like a baby GTR, and not really a baby, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm getting inside the passenger seat now. Oh, I love the way everything's put together.
Yeah, what surprised me about the interior is just how high quality it is.
Yeah. Oh wow. Shoot, this is crazy. I'm getting that childlike feeling now. I can't stop the laughing. How is that? And the downshifts.
No, this thing is a rocket ship, trust me.
Oh my goodness, I think this is gonna be a good day.
Let's just keep it PG on the main roads.
Oh, what's crazy is this is NA, right? Naturally aspirated, and that swell is still there as if it's turbocharged.
Oh, of course, you can't beat the sound of a naturally aspirated 3.7 litre V6.
Oh. Okay, I know we're supposed to focus on the Nissan now, but it's not every day, especially in Cape Town, that you see a McLaren 675 LT parked next to the beach road. Kinda cool.
It's an RSQ.
Oh wow, I haven't seen one of those. Okay, but back to this car. Wow, just first impressions, I'm absolutely blown away.
Well, wait till we get to some proper driving roads.
And look at that. This is really a good day for red cars.
Is that a 930 turbo?
Jeez. It's mental. Like you guys might know on the channel that I come from a car with a chunky V6, but this is absolutely monstrous. It feels like a V8. It feels like it's vibrating every bone in your body. I can't speak. And it revs fast. It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't slouch about. Yes. have this mask on because you gotta see my mouth is just open constantly. Oh.
If you don't handle this car properly, it will eat you. It will devour you, and you will be sliding into a corner. So
I'm thinking about mountain passes now. How do you put that down?
it's a bit terrifying. You just gotta have good control over your car. It's definitely not a car for someone getting into a fast car for the first time. You gotta sort of know what you're doing.
I can imagine. And all these dials are so cool. What I love is the fact that they're kind of like tilted towards you.
Yeah, definitely. It's a design feature of all the Z cars that they have these gauges in the middle. I always thought like it's Fast and Furious style with boost gauges and stuff, but it's actually just a clock, battery voltage, and oil temperature.
And oil is kind of, that's a good one. I actually wish I had that. Doesn't want to focus now.
Yeah.
But that's a really good one because always you've got to make sure that the car is heated up properly.
100%, yeah. So what Nissan did with this car is they put the engine a little bit back from the front axle, so it's technically front mid-engine.
Okay.
Like how the Ferrari F12 and stuff is.
Yeah.
And what they did is Nissan said no to the 50-50 weight distribution. They gave it a 55-45 weight distribution because when you put your foot down, a lot of the weight shifts towards the back of the car,
I see.
fluids and stuff. So when you put your foot down, then it obtains the 50-50 weight distribution.
Oh, I like that. I like that. When the revs are low and you're putting it down, you've got that under load sound.
Yes,
that
yes.
sounds awesome. That's very, very beefy.
So that comes from the custom exhaust. The stock car does not sound like that.
Yeah, it must be added, guys. This does have a custom exhaust, but it shows you what these cars are capable of sounding like, and that's why I so really badly want to get an exhaust for the 86 as well. And I think all cars, all of them, deserve an exhaust. It's very spacious.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of headroom here. Very luxurious. Like, I find these seats super comfortable.
Yeah.
I did a long distance trip. I don't know whether we're going to put this up because when you actually pop it and drive and close the windows, it's very well behaved. You actually don't get much of the exhaust vibration.
Yeah, it's silent there.
Yeah, and when you put your foot down a little bit, it's a little bit rumbly, but I like that.
Yeah, of course. Why would you have a car like this and not have that theater? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely.
There's no point at all.
I think for a 2013 car, this has all the bells and whistles that you need. We got a touchscreen infotainment system.
Yeah.
We got Bluetooth, heated seats, electric seats.
Oh, they've got Alcantara as well, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's more like a cloth type of thing. I don't think it's actual Alcantara, but everything
Feels
else
nice.
is leather. Yeah. No, I thought it was Alcantara the first time. And everything you touch is leather. Like, this is leather. In the pictures, I thought it was plastic. And yeah, we got cruise control, we got climate control, heated seats, I think I said before.
Yeah.
DVD player in case you want to watch your DVDs. We got a VGA port in here if you want to hook up your Xbox.
What the heck? Okay, this day is just getting better, guys, because now we're in a convoy with a SLK 55 AMG, quite scarce, and even more so, a 911 GT3 RS. How mental. We're sat in a bright red, very loud Nissan 370Z. It doesn't get better than this. Oh, Bullet Mustang. I've never seen one.
Those are quite expensive.
And they're manual as well.
Very nice spec in dark green.
Okay, but now let's get on to the most important facts about this car. Do you mind telling us some of the performance figures, if you know them off hard?
So yeah, under the hood is a 3.7 litre naturally aspirated V6.
Hence Nissan 370.
Hence the 370,
Nice,
yes. And it's
okay.
making, so from stock it makes 332 horsepower, which is 245 kilowatts for you guys that prefer that.
That's near 100 more than the 86, just as a reference.
And 363 Newton meters of torque, which isn't as high as a lot of other sports cars, but
NA.
Yeah.
You don't have that turbo.
That's
and,
what it is, naturally aspirated, but I actually prefer that.
It's clean my side.
And yeah, 0 to 100, so depending on where you Google, you get a bunch of different results.
Yeah,
It's about 5.1 seconds, 5.3 for the auto. Manual's a little bit slower, I think.
That is proper fast.
Yeah, no, definitely. It competes up there with some proper machinery.
And then it's stock, then it's still stock.
Yeah. So obviously mine has the custom exhaust system, which adds a little bit of power. It didn't tell me how much. I would guess like 5 to 8 horsepower. So this is probably pushing about 340. Top speed. The gauge cluster tells me 280. I can imagine it would get close. I managed to hit a very, very high speed on the freeway.
Yeah, we spoke about it. Trust me, guys, this car has a high top speed.
Yeah, which is higher than what you get if you Google what is the top speed of this car.
Just as a reference.
You'd be surprised, yeah.
That's amazing. But keeping all of that in mind, what's the fuel consumption like? That's always a question you gotta ask.
Yeah, I mean, you could point your camera towards where it says 20.8 liters per 100 Ks right now, just based on today's filming.
Is that an average?
Yeah, average. Since I started driving, which I've been driving really reasonably before I came to the shoot.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's very high.
Yeah, so that's since yesterday actually. On average, over the past 2 months, I'm getting about 17. But yeah, no, this car is a horrible on fuel. But if you get this car, I mean, you're not.
But
really,
what does one expect? You know, 3.7 liters.
Exactly.
V6.
Get a Prius if you want good fuel consumption.
And then I think a very important question, one that you always need to ask. 2 of them actually.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about the car? And just after that, what's the big negative? The one thing that you might have changed if you were behind the design table.
So my favorite thing about this car, I think, is the exhaust. But that might be a bit biased because I did that myself as a modification. Overall, I think the shape is just brilliant. Like, it's proper sports car.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, sports car.
Yeah, big wide hips at the back there, sloping roofline, and a bright red. I mean, even non-car people look at this car and they think, and they know it's something special.
That's true.
Road is very busy.
And finally, owning a red car as well, I can just agree. It makes a massive difference.
Red is the way, dude. 100%. Red is the best car color.
So saying, if you had to change one thing then?
If I had to change one thing, look, there's a couple of niggles with the car. The boot space is quite small because of the shock absorbers, so you can't actually fit a suitcase in there. And yeah, it's very low, so it scrapes on everything that I drive over. I actually think finally it's clear now.
Yeah, it's clear.
So, yeah, besides the scraping, but I mean, does it really matter when you can just do this?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. And what's nice is what you're explaining now is just supercar / sports car problems. Not enough space and a low ride.
Exactly, but you're not going to buy this car if you don't care. If you care about that kind
At the end of the day, that's what these cars are about, and that makes me just so happy.
Let me pull up next to the sexy red car.
Hey baby, we're finally back again. What a day. Okay, so this is the part of the video that I was actually dreading the most, and it is the fact that we need to say goodbye. But before we do that, I just need to say thank you so very much. I wish I could shake your hand, but
no worries,
this is the best we can do at the moment, which just sucks. But listen guys, that car right there, not my red one, that other red one, is an absolute gem. What an awesome buy. Thank you so absolutely much for this experience. I've always wanted to be shotgun in one of those, and right now I can see where the hype is coming from. That was just an awesome ride.
It's genuinely a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me on your channel, dude.
No.
I love getting involved with the car guys, especially in Cape Town with this beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
And just flooring it in our beautiful mountain roads. You got to make the best of it.
And the wind is bad, but we're really blessed with a good day as well.
100%.
And this just goes to show, if any of you guys are keen to do a video like this, I'm always game, and hopefully one day we can have you on the channel again doing another road trip or joining on the breakfast runs. That should be awesome.
Yeah, you'll see me around more.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please do go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow him on Instagram. I'll tag all his accounts, and we'll see all of you guys in the next video. Cheers,
guys.